All right, hi guys. Today is construction day 15, so I'm going to go ahead and do the update from a different vantage point. So this is the green space behind me, and you can see that I have my new gimbal. Remember I said that I was going to order a gimbal from Shopee. It arrived, so we'll see if this is more stable, and I can kind of hold it out a little bit further so you're not zoomed in on my face. I was holding the camera with my hand, so my arm is only so long. So today we're going to go ahead and do the video, or at least start the video here in front of the green space. So this is all green space in front of the property, and we'll go from there. So I want to talk a little bit about subscriber comments and questions. You guys know that we appreciate those comments and questions, but we actually incorporated some change in our dream home from your suggestions. So just a couple. The first one was, are you going to have exhaust fans in your two bathrooms? I see that you have two windows for ventilation, but do you have any exhaust fans? So we checked it out, and we're going to add them. So that's a great suggestion. So talk to the builder. Yes, we are going to order some exhaust fans and install them into the bathrooms. So great suggestion, thank you. And we're going to go ahead and incorporate that. Next comment was about the painting of the trusses and purlins that's up in the attic area where the metal roof is going to be. And comment came from a gentleman who has a lot of experience with renovating homes. And actually he bought a home here in the Philippines not too long ago. He sent me a photo of the house that he just bought. Real nice. And he's working on renovating it now for his family. So his suggestion was, hey, make sure, being so close to the ocean and the humidity here in the Philippines, make sure you have a good coat of paint on those trusses, and if you can, have two. So the trusses now have a coat of paint on it. Talk to the contractor. When they get all installed, we're going to go back and do another coat, especially where all the welds are. But we're going to paint everything. So I would have missed that for sure. I'm not a construction guy. So thank you for that suggestion. He also mentioned make sure you buy a good quality paint. So we're going to do the best to see what's in supply here in Negros and get another coat of paint on all that steel up in the call it the attic area. So great suggestion. Another suggestion was, hey, you should have like a fabric sock. It's a fabric that goes around the leach field. And what that does is keep that leach field open, allows water to go through, but no dirt or anything to plug up the leach. And I talked to the contractor about that, and he said, I think I've seen that here. So he's going to try to find it, and if not, I'll look. And we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to cover that leach. That's going to be 12 inches of gravel below it. But we're going to do that. So again, keep those suggestions coming, and we're going to get a better house because of you guys suggesting. So that's great. 600 subscribers and growing. Thank you very much. We're amazed. It seems like every day we hit another milestone, or every couple days. Not too long ago we just hit 500, and then just a day or two later we hit 600. So it's growing every day. So thank you very much. Now we did look at the analytics again, and a little bit of movement on that, so I just want to talk about that a little bit. The way the analytics show is about 55-60%. This was in the beginning, a week or so ago, that watched, their viewership was subscribed. So that shows, let's just call it 45% was not. So 45% of you are watching our videos, but you're not subscribed. So I guess I'll just ask you a favor. Check it out, take a peek. Make sure that you are subscribed. Join our journey. We're very much looking forward to having you guys join the team, so to speak. We're new at this. We got a lot of work to do, and you know, we're learning as we go. But we love you guys to join that journey with us. So I think we've inched up a little bit. It's I think it's like 65% now, so 65-35. So that means some of you that are watching said, you know what, I'll go ahead and subscribe. Now it's a little tricky. When you look at it, it says subscribe, and then when you do subscribe, it doesn't change color or anything. It's still red, and it just adds a D, past tense, subscribed, right? So you may think you subscribed. Like if you hit the button, for example, because I've done this, you hit the button to subscribe and it says subscribed, and then you're like, oh, I don't know if I did that right, and you hit it again. You know what you do? You unsubscribed. So who knows, that might have happened with some of you guys as well. So I guess I'm just asking a little favor, take a peek, and just make sure it's past tense, subscribed with a D on the end. And then you guys will be on the team and part of this journey. So yeah, thank you. 600 plus subscribers. We're elated. We're very, very happy. So now that I have this gimbal selfie stick, let me expand it out. We can do our first selfie. Look at the smile.
Hi.
She's happy. So there we go. First selfie on
Yes.
our channel.
Hey Greg,
Yeah.
by the way, column is vertical and beam is horizontal.
Oh geez, you guys heard that, right? Yesterday's video, guys, very embarrassed. When I did the playback, I keep referring to columns as beams. I don't know why I do it. Wilma knows the difference. I don't. A couple of you guys commented on that. You know, it's funny. I guess call it sad. I'm going to do my best, and we're going to go up there and do a quick update. And I hope I don't say beam again for a column. I gotta definitely pay attention. So I'm going to go ahead and try to flip. Okay, so the selfie stick is working. So here is another view, right? You know what, I want to show you my friend here. We got some friends. And I want to tell a quick story about this dog right here, this poor little thing. A month ago when we started the project, this dog is a very sweet female dog and literally was, I mean, days away from dying, I believe. She wasn't walking. She was just laying, panting, just from not eating. You know, it's just very sad. There's a lot of stray dogs here in the Philippines. And all the dogs here pick on her. You know, when there is food, she really, even though she's starving, just sits back. So what Wilma did right away when she saw, she went and got some food and water, and she's doing so good right now. You can see the scars on her back. But she's doing so great, and you couldn't even come near to touch her. She wouldn't allow you to pet, and now she follows us around all day. This dog as well, but not as much. But this dog right here is just a sweetheart, and this dog may be ours. At some point, we may adopt her because Wilma fell in love with her. So we bring her food every day, and we bring food for all the dogs. That's why they're hanging out. But this one especially, we always try to sneak her extra because she is shy and the other dogs beat her up. So we named her Sandy. That's her name. And the reason for that is when we get loads of sand here, she likes to jump up on top and lay in the sand. And actually she digs down a little bit because I guess it's cooler for her. And she lays in the sand, so we call her Sandy. So she's a real sweetheart. So she follows us around all day long. So yeah, I want to share that story with you. So here's the green space in front. And then there's the building site. There's our property. So you can see how high it is. So again, I think I mentioned that in other videos. It's hard to see how high the house is. It's very, very high as this land goes down, 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 down. Continual slope. So the guys are getting ready to go on lunch. So you may see some scooters go by. But I wanted to show you some of the supplies. So I think I mentioned on a very early video that we ordered all the stone, gravel, and sand for the whole project. I think it was 54 loads. Now they're not all here yet, but we ordered them in bulk, 54, and we got a better price. So it's all about budget and saving money. So we really had no choice but to put this here, because there wasn't room to put it up on the building site, or not all of it. But that caused some problems, and the problems was, the guys got to carry all that sand and gravel up to the job site. So that was tough. So you can see what they do. They bag it up in sacks. And then here's the last of the sand. This was all sand here at one point, multiple loads, maybe 10 loads. And they sack it up with shovels, and then they carry it one sack at a time from here all the way up. So we made a decision, oh geez, it has to be 10 days now, that we weren't going to put any more sand here. We're going to do our best to get the sand up closer to the job site, so it's just less for those guys to travel. So here's one of the guys leaving for lunch. So let me kind of walk and show you more of the supplies. So here's some hollow blocks, and we get them at 300 per truckload. You can see the quality is not fantastic, but that's the best quality we could find. We've gone to a couple different vendors, and these are better. You can see they're a little bit lighter, and they have more Portland, more concrete in it, and we hope we're going to be okay there. But they fill these holes, as you know, with some fresh concrete. So some more of the supplies as we walk here on the cul-de-sac road here. Here's some of the rebar. You got plenty of rebar, and there's some more over there. And the guys, there's always a guy or two making forms, right? So they're making these forms for the fence. So got their supplies here. Then we cleared this area out, and again, we're putting more hollow block here so it's closer to the job site to try to cut down on the travel for these guys. And then what we're doing with the sand, you can see that here comes the road up, and it's kind of a mess just because of the construction site. We had a very torrential rain on Sunday, and a lot of the sand then came down. So that's just from the job site. But we're trying to get the trucks to back up and dump the sand up here, just so the guys have to travel less. You see the guys are on lunch. They're on lunch now. So you can see here they're bagging up the sand. So here's the loads now. And then they bag it up. And they still have to carry it. They still have to carry this sand up this driveway. And I hope the camera's picking it up. It's pretty steep. Now, this is all going to be concrete. So our vehicles have no problem getting up here. Just so you guys know, there's a pool area, so it's still in progress. And then we moved the mixers closer. So one here, one back there. And they mix all the cement, so they're carrying all that all the way up here. So we went out and bought them 3 brand new wheelbarrows. They don't look brand new, but they were 10 days ago. So instead of putting this stuff on their backs, they're using wheelbarrows. So we thought that'd help them out a little bit. But physical labor for sure. So 2 quick updates. And it's a cloudy day today, and it's sprinkling rain right now. We had a rainstorm here about an hour ago, and it actually feels good because the last few days it's been so hot. You know, that's another thing I want you guys to know, that we're here all day, and standing in the sun is wearing me out. It really is. So I've been using sunscreen like crazy. You know, I'm wearing hats. You know, I walk around sometimes with an umbrella over me, just trying to stay as cool and out of the sun as possible. So really, a cloudy day like today is refreshing. I'm actually glad, because right now we're getting a cool breeze off the ocean, and it's not bad at all. So I wanted to show you just a couple of new things. So number one is this is going to be the finished height of the wall. That's 10 feet. So to the top of that wall is 10 feet. So my office area, this is going to be the Jack and Jill bath, and this is going to be the spare room, and that's going to be a spare room as well. Can be. It's going to double as my office. But the ceiling height is 10 feet there. So trying to show you guys from a distance. So right there, pretty high. So that is the height of the ceilings. So you see the columns, did it right. The columns are going to go up to the 10 feet, and then there's going to be beams across. So the beams are going to go across and meet all the columns. And that's where the stability comes from. And then in the main living area, we got a ways to go. It's going to be 12-foot ceilings. I mentioned it before. So this is, we need to go 3 more courses. So 3 more blocks high, hollow blocks high, will get us to 12 feet. And then on this side, you can see it's 1 block down, so it's 4 more blocks. So 12-foot ceilings will be grand. I mean, it'll be nice and high. It'll give the feeling that the room is bigger. And that's what we were going for. Going for the main living area. There's no columns in this center area. This is all going to be beams going across, handling this span. And this span is 7 meters. So 7 meter span, big beam. And then across the front, because of the American model bungalow style, there's going to be a huge beam across here. Very large. And I think in some of the thumbnails, you can see that. Very large beam going across, and then 2 smaller ones on the outside. So we really believe it's going to be beautiful. And they still need to take some of this block out on both sides because we're trying to have as much glass as possible. So you can see that would block a little of the view on both sides. So we're just going to spread this out just a little bit. So I just want to kind of let you know that, it's a little more of the same. They're going up, but I wanted to show you the finished height, which is right there. All right, and it's starting to rain here. So the last update, I want to show you the back fence. So this is going to be the 1 meter door going out to the dirty kitchen. Dirty kitchen is going to be pretty big. So it's the whole width of the house. Okay, so there's the septic, so you can kind of get your bearings of where you're at. But this is what they did yesterday. They went up Quite a few courses here with the back wall. So this wall is going to go real high. It's going to be basically as high as this wall, the wall of the house. Probably about 1 foot less, and then there's going to be the extended roof going over the wall. So this is going to be like a room back here. So all the water storage tank will be over there, and the pressure tank. So all the water will be there. And this is all going to be dirty kitchen. So it'll be granite tops. There'll be a sink back here. There'll be a refrigerator back here. Our barbecue grill and our cooktop, 2-burner cooktop with a propane underneath. So this is where we can prep our food and do our cooking outside. And the reason why we want to have that 1 foot lower, the wall with the roof, we want, you know, the opening for the smoke. So we're going to have to put some kind of a wire or a screen or a grate from the top of the wall to the bottom of the ceiling. But yeah, we want to be able to have the smoke from the cooking to go up and then just simply go out. Call it a vent. So it's going to be probably about 1 foot. The wall lower than the roof. So I want to share that with you. So things are starting to move along. They're really doing a good job. And I said that this is a column and going across is a beam. So Wilma, did I do it right?
Yes.
And the last quick update is they're moving along with the fence. So I think I showed it yesterday, but you can see here they're moving across, and they only go so high. I don't know what's about maybe 8 courses, and then they let it dry. So they don't want to do, you know, the whole height of it. They do a piece of it, let it dry, then they come back and do more. So let me just quickly just show you how far down they're getting. I mean, they were working like right in this area just a day or 2 ago, and look, they're really moving. I mean, they're almost to the front. They're to their shanty shack there. So they're moving quick. So you can see. Moving right along. So it's starting to rain. Tell me what you think about the new gimbal. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. We love to hear from you. And from Darwin, we'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe, like our videos, and if you could share them. I haven't said that in a long time. If you could share our videos, that just gets us out there a little more, and maybe other folks would be interested. So from Darwin, we'll talk to you guys later.